Hey guys, we're back to play some more Feed the Beast. I know it's been a few days since the last episode, but I wasn't quite in the right mood to record for a little while, but I am now, so let's have some fun. So one of the first things I would like to play with today is industrial craft crops, and in the interest of doing that, I would like a large flat area, mouse is behaving strangely, where I can plant a whole bunch and experiment with various things with them. I'm thinking this general area around here. I'd like to flatten it out and plant a bunch of crops in it. Now, this machine right here, this was really cool. Worked very well for us. We have a huge number of silk wisps here. I have been inserting my really good tropical drones that are nocturnal, fast workers with long lives. But I think we're done with this. Like this, I don't think I'm ever going to use this many silk wisps. So I'm actually going to dismantle this machine. I have some inventory space. And we can rebuild it later if we want it back. Oh boy, stupid non-stacking frames taking... Oh, this chest is full. Okay. I need another bee chest, really. So yeah, we're going to dismantle that, then dig out the ground around there and have some fun with this shovel, because it's very cool to use. And yeah, then we'll be planting a bunch of a bunch of crops, and seeing if we can do anything cool with them. Now, where did this cow come from? They must wander in from the surrounding area, because I thought I'd gotten rid of all of them, but, you know, I don't want you wandering around and trampling my stuff and things like that, so bye-bye. So anyway, yeah, I dismantled that. We're going to dig out this area with this shovel, which I think might be a good bit of fun. So let's see how quickly this goes. Very quickly. Wow. Okay, this is a great tool. Ha! I don't know exactly how much area I want here, but let's get a good bit of it. I should probably enchant this shovel. Ooh, that's nice. Maybe we'd get repair on it, and it would just last forever, as long as we have Vis to repair it with. But anyway, so we see how this is going to go. I'm going to dig out this area and set up some water and stuff, and we'll be back to see what it's like when that's set up. Alright, so now that I look at this and look at what all I want to do with it, I'm not sure this is going to be anywhere near enough space, and I don't know quite what to do about that. This tree is weird. I wonder if a creeper blew up here. Let's just take it down. So the thing is that I would like to do... I'd like to do a lot of testing. Basically, I'd like to have one of these little rings set up for each type of crossbreed I'd like to try. And there's a lot of stuff you can plant in these. I don't think we tried sugarcane before. Let's make sure you actually can plant that before we go on with it. So I'll break this. We get seeds and stuff. Yes, you can plant sugarcane. Okay. And we know at the very least we can plant all of these things. There's probably more, and all the hybrids are going to give us more things to plant. So that's a lot of crossbreeding possibilities. I don't know, we're probably going to need more space in this. In addition to that, I wanted to also try different areas so we could see the effects of Weed X, and comments have told me about some, there's also fertilizer you can use, which is different from forestry fertilizer. This is made from scrap and bone meal. What is this? That's a Steve's Carts thing, okay. And there's also one other thing, there's a hydration cell. I don't know exactly what that does or how it works. Oh, Hydra. We should fight one of those at some point. Those are fun. But anyway, not doing Twilight Forest adventuring this episode. But yeah, so what I'm going to do here, let's make this roughly... I'll start right about here. No, here. Okay. We'll do that. Put ice here, hydrate it, and do that a whole bunch, and then we will see what kind of space we get when this is all laid out. Yeah, this isn't nearly enough space, because this is how wide we need to be to have 10 across. We also want 10 over, really, to get all the permutations in here, but we're going to have to move a lot of land around if we want that to happen. So for now, maybe we won't do a whole lot of mass testing. But yeah, let me get this set up a little bit more, then we'll plant some stuff and talk about what exactly we want to do with it. Aha, so I was breaking this down, and apparently there are these seed bags for things that don't have normal seeds that are separate from their crop. So there's an item you can craft to take a look at these. It's oh no, R, not L. Cropnalyzer. There we go. So that'll be important for analyzing crossbreeds. But for now, it'll just tell us what it is. But of course, ones that have normal seeds will just give us those, like wheat, melon seeds. What about netherworts? Just get a lot of netherworts. Okay. Anyway, back in a bit. Okay, now here's something I just completely forgot about when I was talking about these before. Apparently you have to click twice, place another crop here to make this. I think this. Oh, hey, there's weeds. Haha. I think that makes it crossbreed between different crops next to it. Because otherwise, if you just plant these and do nothing to them, I think they don't cross. I don't know exactly. Now it's interesting that that one grew weeds and the others haven't. So let's try this. Let's see if those just grow weeds when they're sitting there like that. Oops. And if the others don't, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know that much about these. I should probably do a little more reading because I feel like I'm just sort of blundering around in the dark with them. But let's get these planted and see if any. Get these planted, get these placed. See if any weeds have grown over there. So yeah, basically what I'd like to do is do each plant with each other plant, so that would be 10 times 10, although you don't really have to do the plant with itself, so that's a little less than 10 times 10. No, none of those are growing weeds. I guess that was an anomaly. Not going to have enough of these to even place these all along here. Yeah, I feel like I'm not very well prepared for talking about this stuff. Oops. I'm just kind of fumbling and doing stuff that's not too interesting. Okay, there's some weeds. All right, so they do grow in those that don't have the cross on them. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to be fighting weeds here. So maybe for the first test here, I'm going to try... Yeah, I don't know. That's the other problem. I don't have quite a clear enough idea of what I want to do here, so I'm kind of going back and forth. Anyway, let me make a few more of those and get them all planted, then get the stuff we want to plant in them in my inventory, and maybe come up with an actual plan for what we want to do here, and we'll be back. Alright, I think I figured out what I want to actually do here. So, for a start, we're going to use, well, here, let me get this going. I need some weed X, so we want to that's a compressor. What's the macerator? That's a macerator. Macerate some spider eyes for grin powder, so we'll just let that go. But yeah, what I'm going to do for a start is pick one thing and try to crossbreed it with all of the other things. And oh, look at all those weeds growing. And for one of these rows, I'm going to apply Weed X to everything. And for one of these rows, I'm going to do nothing to it. So at the end of the episode, we'll take another look at this and see if there's an obvious difference in the in the two rows. So let's pick one to start with. How about we try to cross netherworts with everything else? That seems like a good choice. So I'm just going to plant netherworts like this. And other things will be planted along... Yeah, we don't need Weed X yet for this row, because this is just the do it with nothing row. Whoops. Oh no, I lost one. These things are a little hard to manage, because, you know, when I aim down, I hit the one that's like right under me. So yeah, we're going to plant netherworts all along here. Let me actually get that done. And then we're going to put every other kind of thing we know how to plant right now along the sides. So let's say yellow flowers right here. And we will cross them like this. And hopefully get something interesting in those spaces. So red flowers. Oops. So yeah, you can see how this goes. I'm just going to go all the way down this row and do that. Then we'll go get our Weed X and spray this row and do the same thing. I assume crossing netherwort with itself won't do anything, but we have 10 by 10, so one of the permutations is the crop with itself. So I did have to kill one weed here as I was doing this, but I don't see any others growing yet. So we're just going to leave that and let it do its thing. So let's go take a look at our spider eyes, which should be macerated now. Oh, okay, that doubles it up. All right, so with this grin powder, I believe we do it like... Is this right? Yeah. So here's probably way more weed X than we're going to need. I probably shouldn't have made that much. So we're going to spray it on... This chest is going to be completely inadequate. Let's see how long one of these lasts. So I'm going to spray this on all of these... Well, let's see. I don't know which order to do this in. Let's kill all of these weeds first. Then we will spray the weed X on the crop things. Yeah, they're just called crops. And then plant all of our stuff and see how it does. Or maybe we should... maybe we should spray the weed X after we've planted the stuff? I don't know if it makes a difference. Okay, well, let's spray it before and see if we can observe a difference here. I'm going to be fighting these weeds all episode. And yeah, then we'll come back. Oh, man. Come back and see how that goes. Oh, actually, well, let me actually spray this first. Okay, doesn't make a noise or anything. It's just, I'll just make sure to evenly spray it on each one of these and see. Okay, so one bottle of it might get all the way through this row. Whoops. And I know you can apply it multiple times to the same thing. This is hard to do. It's really hard to keep track of which one I've sprayed and which one I haven't. But anyway, I don't need to make you watch me do all that, so we'll be back when it's done. Alright, I think that's all set up. So these all got sprayed with Weed X. It used one bottle plus this much of another one. And I'm not entirely sure I planted the same things in the same spaces, because like I can't tell the difference between carrots and potatoes, or between melons, cocoa beans, and pumpkins as they're growing. So some of these... Oh, forgot to put a thing there. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So, oh wait, no, I didn't. No, what that means is weeds decided to grow as a crossbreed. Well, are those all weeds? What am I doing? Should I be doing this? No, I really shouldn't. Okay, so I've disrupted this half of that. We'll leave the rest to just go and see what's happened when we come back. I think, yeah, that's okay. We'll do that. All right, so let's do something else. Man, I need to feel like I need to be more coordinated with that before I put it on video, but oh well. You see me struggling through it. So, I have quite an excess of bee products here. I mean, this is just one chest. I have a bunch more in other places too. So I've decided to start using them for some stuff. So I have made a stack of each color of stained glass. This stained glass is really expensive. You guys saw how much it costs to make it. It's one propolis and one dye and one thing of melted molten glass in the thermionic fabricator for each one. So I've started using it here. These are white stained glass. Oh, I should replace that too. So I think it's kind of nice. It's sort of a little bit foggy in the trading post. I don't know if other colors would be better, but that's what we'll go with for now. So I'm probably just going to play with it and add a little bit of color to this place and other places. I mean, you know, I don't want to overdo it, like make every single window a different color of stained glass or something ridiculous like that, but we have all this here in case we want to play with it and decorate with it. Too much stuff on me, man. So let me get this stuff out of my inventory, then we'll look at whatever is next, which is, okay, some bee stuff. Alright, so let's talk about bees a little bit. So I got two new breeds here. We got exotic and Edenic. Exotic came from breeding, I believe it's tropical with austere, and Edenic is from exotic with tropical. So I don't think the exotic bees really have anything special about them. They're just like tropical, pretty much. Produce silky combs and all that. The Edenic bees, though, have an interesting property. This one doesn't have it as primary effect, but secondary has Explorer here. I had no idea what that... Oh, it also gets both too here for temperature tolerance. That's good. So I'd like to get that trait bred into some of my other bees. I'm working on getting the perfect cultivated bee here because I want I want longer life, fast worker, nocturnal, cave dweller, high temperature tolerance, fast pollination, or actually I guess faster pollination, because I have stable rural bees now that they have faster pollination. And I guess I could get both 2 instead of both 1 for temperature tolerance. I don't know how I get both 2 humidity tolerance, but I assume it exists somehow. And yeah, then once I get those cultivated bees stable, I can pass those traits on to other bees. So I've been slowly working on that. Really, there isn't really an end game here. It's just kind of a thing. Like, I want to make the perfect bee, even though it doesn't help me out that much. Like, bee products are good. Like, I can't get stained glass any other way, and ambrosia is really good. But anyway, right. So explorer. So we have some Edenic bees here. Let's take a look at these and make sure I breed the right ones together. Explorer, good. That one has poison, so we don't want to do that. Okay, cool. So we'll put these 2 together. So what this does is, let me stand here for a little bit and let them get going. Now take a look at my level bar down here. It's going up. So I guess those bees go exploring and bring back experience orbs and give them to me if I'm in the area. So that's pretty cool. If we got a whole bunch of these going at once, I could just stand in a room, AFK for a while, I guess, and level up. So yeah, and it goes pretty fast too, because I mean, as I've been standing here, I started at what, level 7 or so, and I'm going to get to 10 in just a moment. I want to stand here just to hear the noise, because I like the noise. Going up, and there we go. Cool. So that's what that is. New breed of bee. Now, I was looking at the number of bee species available to me and counting it up, and it doesn't quite add up. So the ones that I know, I'm missing 3 here, even though it says 26. So that's a little bit confusing. I think it must not count steadfast, because the only way you can get that is from dungeon chests. So it's not a breed you can discover yourself. But this does count meadows and you know, forest and all the other ones you can find in the wild. So I don't know what's going on here. And the other thing I wonder is if... So I went back to my old test world. This is back in Feed the Beast beta pack and Minecraft 1.4.2, and checked. That is not the portal I thought it was. Okay, so that takes me over to some apiaries I have in the jungle here, because some of the exotic and Edenic bees didn't have enough tolerance to work in another place. But we'll just leave that alone for now. I have been having no luck whatsoever getting Mary bees. The Beealyzer tells me that it comes from breeding forest with wintry. If you look at this, yeah, forest with wintry gives you Mary. That's what that is. And yeah, I checked my test world. That was how I did it. And it's much more common to get common bees from forest wintry. I'm thinking like this mutation is just overriding this one because it happens so much more frequently. Like I need the chance that needs to happen here is that this mutation does not happen, then this much lower probability mutation does happen. But I've done so many breeds between forest wintry, I kind of feel like I must be doing something wrong. Like if maybe I'm in the wrong biome. So I've tried it in ice plains. I've tried it in forest. I tried it in plains over there where I was doing rural bees. Checked my test world. Those were I had read them on plains biomes, so I don't know what's going on. Like if anybody knows how to get Mary bees, I'd like to know about it. Or I guess I can keep trying, see if I can figure it out. Maybe I could try taiga. Anything else that's like normal temperature or cold, depending on which one my princess is and which one my drone is. But I don't know. I'm a little bit baffled by that, because that breed is just completely eluding me, and we can't get heroic until we have the fortune to find a steadfast drone, or I don't know if you can find steadfast princesses somewhere in the dungeon chest anywhere. And oh yeah, weeds are growing there. Weeds are growing there. So yeah, they're not. One spray from Weedex definitely doesn't make them immune. But let's come back at the end of the episode and take a look at how that has progressed. So yeah, close to the end of getting all the bee species, and but we're not there yet. Let's skip ahead just a little bit. So yeah, I'm still working on trees. It just, I wish I could show you guys, but it's even worse than bees for showing on camera, because it takes longer, it's more random, it's less rewarding. I don't know. So what I'm thinking is, like, I'll get all the types of trees, then we'll do some additional breeding to mix their traits together. Like, you know, we could get a really tall tree that produces fruit, or, you know, with lots of leaves or something. But anyway, so I'm breeding larch and bull pine here. Yeah, these are bull pine trees. I guess I haven't shown them before. You know, that's just spruce logs in there, but the leaves are a little different. And this is getting me sequoia, I believe. Yeah, sequoia trees are a 3x3. So I have five of the saplings already, but I can't actually grow a tree because I need 4 more before I can plant enough. Got a couple of new trees here that I can show, which 2 of them are also 3x3, I think, if I remembered correctly. What's a good area to grow these? How about over here? So there is, let's do walnut first, since we've had a walnut sapling for a long time but hadn't been able to look at it. So we got these, and there's a walnut tree. Looks very, very similar to chestnut. We can do this to get walnuts. I think they probably work the same as chestnuts and cherries. Just a thing you can eat for half a hunger point, and squeeze for seed oil. So I don't know if any of those have some benefit over the others. But yeah, so this wood looks kind of dark reddish here as it is, but let's see. I think it's sort of a different color if you turn it into planks. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Oh well. Okay. So that really. I should do this in the sawmill, but I won't because it takes longer. So let's look at these. Actually, before we do that, let's get these other types of trees grown. So I think this one's a 3x3, if I'm not mistaken. What is this again? This is yellow Miranti. Yeah. So that's a 3x. Oh no, that's a 2x2. Okay. I was mistaken. Thought there was a 3x3. But it does grow a little extra thing out there. Oh, that was weird. I guess that just hadn't loaded up. Okay, so this is a really tall one. Also looks reddish, a lot redder than the other one. But let's, you know, I won't bother. Mahogany wood. So yeah, that's sort of a deep red. So yeah, I should chop this all the way down, but I'll just chop it down to below the leaves and get the rest of the logs later, just so the leaves can decay. So then the other one is the myrtle ebony. There it is. This one's definitely a 3x3. I'm certain about that. Let's put it here, I guess. Will that interfere with the jungle tree? It might. Oh well. And grow it. Let's see. You have to target the right sapling for this. That's the center one for that. So that's a big tree. Yeah. The wood is... This is a really interesting wood. The wood is black. Or black on the inside, at least. Again, yeah, let's not bother chopping that down any more than that. So here's some ebony wood planks. Let's take a look at them next to others. Got to remember to collect these saplings. So we have some blackish wood, some deep red sort of burgundy wood, I guess. And now, how do those look next to spruce? They're pretty similar. Where's spruce? And oh, that's ebony already. Balsa. Okay. Once I get all the types of trees, we can put everything next to each other. Okay. So it's less red than spruce. This is much more red than anything else, and that's blackish. Cool. All right, so we'll have lots of wood choices by the time this is over. Anyway, let me take a sleep, then we'll do something else. All right, I got those all chopped down. After I was almost done with that, I realized we really should have done it with the axe of the stream. That would have been a lot of fun to see, but didn't think about it until it was too late, so oh well. Oh, got a sapling in my inventory. Yeah, small thing we want to do here that'd be a little bit of fun. So these nether bees that I have in the nether are a little bit annoying in some ways. You know, they set me on fire and sting me really hard, and you know, I could wear my APRS gear for going in there, but I don't want to bother to change my clothes every time I want to run them. I'm actually using them to get ash, of all things, because I'm not really burning a lot of peat engines lately, but I would like to make more bituminous peat, because that has pretty good energy density. I've put it in my furnaces to burn here. But anyway, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to put some water in the nether to be able to put myself out if a demonic drone sets me on fire, or if, I think the fiendish ones also do it. So the way you do that is 2 pieces of UU matter like this gives you water block. Let's see what that looks like when I'm holding it. Just holding a little square of water. So we can just place this in the nether and be able to put out fires without having to leave the nether and go jump in this pool of water, which, you know, isn't far away, but it's far enough that it might be the difference between life and death if my health is low when I'm in there. So let's just put a pool of water right... This place is kind of cramped. Right... Well, I guess you kind of want it out of... Stay in there. I'm going to do something to you in a moment. Let's put it right out here. This seems like a fine spot. So just put that there, and we have... Oh, sounds like stone being placed. And we have water in the nether. So this guy back in here, just because it's... he's not going to cooperate. Oh, well. So let's just put these back through. So yeah, Sinister just produces simmering comb. Demonic produces glowstone and simmering combs. Fiendish produces ash and simmering combs. So we're both getting stung a lot. I'm not getting set on fire, and I'm just gonna run. But anyway, if any of those decided to set me on fire, I could jump in there and not be on fire anymore. So that would be a nice thing to do. So that was a minor one. Next up, I think we have some nuclear power stuff. So I have played with the reactor planner a little bit and come up with a design that I think will work pretty well for me. It seems like there's a lot of different compromises you can make on nuclear reactors. You can compromise for like you can make a safe, stable reactor that only consumes uranium cells and, you know, produces that's going to overflow. Let's not do that. Is that going to overflow? Yeah, it is. I'll take this one piece of propolis out. Anyway, so, no, 1 second. Right, sorry about that. So what I was saying was that you could have a... I'm just going to do this and hope this chest doesn't overflow. Yeah, let's move some of those to another chest, because I have a chest full of honey out there which I got from my tropical bees. So you can have a reactor design which is stable and only consumes uranium cells but doesn't produce very much power. Or you can have one which is unstable and produces a lot of power, but you have to carefully turn it on and off to get the heat to dissipate so it doesn't melt down. Or you can have a stable one that produces a lot of power but consumes its components in during usage. So I think that's the type that I'm going to build here. There's a term for it, but I don't know what it is. So playing around in the planner, I found a very compact design that involves these things called, what is it? RSH? Oh yeah, LZH condensator. Now, one thing I learned: don't click this button or this button, or check the usage for this item, because Minecraft crashes when you do that, because apparently there's an NEI problem right now that can't show you those things. But anyway, so these are a little bit expensive to build. So we need a reactor heat vent. Pretty sure I have one of those in here. Yep. We need a reactor heat exchanger. So that's a heat exchanger and 2 dense copper plates. I do have a heat exchanger, and its durability has gone down. Now, wait a minute. Why is that? I'm confused. I thought those didn't have finite durability on them. Maybe I'm wrong. And I assume I can't craft with it since its durability isn't full. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay, so we need to make another one of those. So electronic circuit, dense copper plate, some tin. Let's just get a bunch of electronic circuits. And a bunch of tin. So that was like, oops, like this and like this. Okay, so there's our reactor heat exchanger. And what else? We need 2 RSH condensators, which are like that. So we need 2 more heat vents, 2 more heat exchangers. Okay, no problem. So refined iron, iron bars. Refined iron is here. Yep. Iron bars are here. And I need some redstone. So yeah, these things are oh boy, how to explain them. They will absorb heat and just make it disappear. They can do quite a lot, but they wear themselves out doing it. So basically, I'm going to use these as heat sinks that wear out. What am I doing here? I forgot. To absorb the uranium cells' heat, and then we'll just they can run for a full cycle. So the uranium cells will deplete themselves before these are. Man, I keep losing my train of thought today. I feel like I shouldn't be recording right now. But anyway, let me build these and put them in the reactor, and we'll talk about what they do. All right, here we go. So there's our 2 LZH condensators. So those do consume a lot of lapis to build, but the thing is, I think we can make this self-sustaining because you can make lapis with UU matter. So I want to use some power in this system before we do this, just so that nuclear power doesn't go to waste. So this is going to be noisy. Let me move away so it's less noisy. Okay, that should get rid of the noise. So I'm just going to let this run for a little bit. And yeah, our gear's charged, so that's fine. Make sure it's fed with scrap boxes. I'm going to have to come back up here periodically and do this so it doesn't run out. So what we're going to do here is we will put in this reactor 2 quad uranium cells right next to each other, an LZH condensator over here, and an LZH condensator over here. Now I believe this is going to be stable. The condensators will wear out, but the quad uranium cells will generate quite a lot of power. I'm on a thermometer and an EU reader, which is why I'm back up here. To make sure this is doing the right thing. So if I have this all right, this will generate a bunch of power without generating any excess heat. It'll just wear out the condensators. So let's give it a try. So those MFSUs need a charge, so this won't be going to waste. All right, so this is at 0 right now. This is at 0. So I'm gonna, yeah, this is all set up. Turn this on. It's going. 0, 0, 0. Good, good. So those are wearing out quickly. Now wait a minute. There's no way that's going to get through a full cycle. Oh, okay, okay. The simulator lied to me. So that's not such a good system then, because I'm going to have to replace these before a full cycle has gone by. Okay. Well, anyway, it's not heating up, and it is producing 160 EU per tick. So that's not too bad. And the thing with this design is it's tileable. If I put 2 more quad uranium cells here, 2 more LZH condensators here and here, it'll generate actually more than twice as much power, because those uranium cells will interact with each other. And those will just dissipate the heat and, wear themselves out real quick. Okay, so I need to, I really, really need to not forget that this is on and come back here and turn it off. So, maybe use a redstone timer for that to make sure those don't wear themselves out before the quad uranium cells are done. So yeah, something's wrong with the planner in the way it shows you this design, because that showed the uranium cells finishing with what they were doing before the condensators wore out. But yeah, so this is still, oops, ran out of scrap boxes. I mean, it'll run without them, it's just way slower and less efficient. So yeah, actually, for now, yeah, that's using its lava pretty quick, because I have that world anchor off. I'm really worried that I'm going to forget to turn this off before the time's up, so I'm going to turn it off now and just let the geothermal generators and the steam turbine recharge our MFSUs. And actually, let's turn off the mass fabricator. Yep. Okay, so there's that. Design's going to need some tweaks, I guess. But yeah, that's a way to get a lot of power out of the nuclear reactor without I thought without exploding, but yeah, I guess the condensators wear out faster than they advertised that they did. So that's good to know. What else do we have to do today? How much time do I have left? A little bit. I'm at 35 minutes now. I'm not even shooting for half an hour anymore because there's just no way I can keep this to half an hour. So I shoot for more like 40, 45 minutes, something like that. So I've made a bunch of alveoli blocks here. I want to sleep because I like to make it daytime. Made a bunch of alveoli blocks, so I think we can play with that just a little bit and see how it works. And man, these geothermal generators are bugging me. They're so noisy. So if I just want to set up an alveoli as it is without changing the climate or anything, so that would be like a slightly better apiary, goes faster. What am I looking for? Wooden slabs. Goes a little faster and doesn't take any frames. Let's try and do that just to see it. So we just use these blocks as they are. So yeah, we're not actually going to use this, so we'll just set it up away from the flowers and everything. So I believe it's a structure like this. It's 3 by 3 by 3. And wooden slabs on the top. And I think if you do this, it should turn into a... It's weird, like it takes a moment. Maybe I'm wrong. Shouldn't this be, isn't that... Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Yeah, takes a moment. So there's an alveoli. So yeah, we can just stick bees in here. You'll notice there's no frame slots. So, you know, it's bigger, but apparently it's faster than an apiary. But the real appeal to this is... oh, 1 second again. Sorry, something in my throat right now. So the real appeal to this is that you can change the climate and the humidity apparently now with it. So let's build some of these things and see how that's done. I've already made some golden electron tubes, I believe, somewhere. They should be in here. They should be in here, but I'm not seeing them. Where did I put them? Am I just... Yeah, okay, there they are. Huh, just couldn't see them. Okay, so how was that? That took iron. And let's look at the recipe again. No, like this usage. Okay, so the swarmer. I don't entirely understand the swarmer. I believe it's a block you can stick in the alveoli that'll give you extra temporary princesses, because normally you can't get new princesses from other places. But I don't know. I guess we'll play with it and figure it out. So alveoli fans like that. Alveoli heater is like that. I need some stone apparently. And the hygroregulator, yeah, I pronounced that wrong. That's a G, not a D. That's correct. That's how that is. So I need some stone and glass. Sure, I have those things here. No problem. All right, so 3 alveoli blocks. We're going to make 1 of each and see what they're like. So there's a fan. Obviously that cools the thing. Heater was it like this? No? How was it? Other way around, okay. So we need another of these. So there's a heater, and the hygroregulator, was it, yeah, I think it was like this. Yeah. Okay, so with these things, you can just replace the, some of the blocks of the alveoli with those components. So right, here's a fan. Actually, I'm going to put 1 of each in here. I believe these things take MJ to do their thing. So now I don't know. Can you interact with that to tell it how you want it to regulate the humidity? I would assume you can. I wish this thing would update faster. There it goes. Yeah, okay, so, that's right, I remember. I think you put water cells in here to make it moister, and, if that's even a word, and lava cells to make it drier. Wetter, I guess would be the word to use there. And, yeah, okay, so this is normal. So, right, let's try giving the fan some MJ and see if we can get it to cold. So, we'll use a redstone energy cell. Crescent hammer, redstone energy cell. These things are real handy to have around. So I'll just... Oh, I'm hungry. That's why I can't sprint. So I'll just stick this right here. And see if it does its thing. Okay, so that lowered it a little bit. I guess I need multiple fans to get it down to whatever it is, because if I take that out, you notice that's kind of a little bit bluish, so it's running. Yeah, okay, so now we're back up to 70%, and that's right, so 70%, normal 80% humidity, so let's put this here. Oh, it's going up, and okay. So a fan decreases it by 20%, a heater increases it by 20%. So you can put those, replace, I think it's any block in the bottom part of this, like not these blocks that you can replace that, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to play with it. And the hygro regulator, let's give that a little bit of water and see what it does. Actually, heck, let's do this. Let's do lava, because we haven't seen the refractory wax in action yet. So with this, we can make refractory capsules. And you know, these... Wow, that still hasn't recharged fully. I did turn that off, didn't I? Yeah? Okay, it's almost there. Anyway, so we can pull lava into these. So we get lava Where'd they go? I know I have them, I just can't see them. There they are. So we get lava capsules here. So this thing's humidity is 80%. Now I don't know if this needs power in addition to liquids, or if liquids are... Oh yeah, liquids are enough, okay. Oh, that raised the temperature too. Haha, okay. So this both raises the temperature and lowers the humidity. Let's put another one in there. Okay, so I guess that'll burn through its lava to do... Yeah, it's burning through that. Okay, cool. And water would do the opposite, I think. So yeah, that's how the alveary works. So I'm not going to use it this episode, just wanted to show it, and we'll use it later for other bee stuff. So let's do something else. Yes, the last thing. Now we're not likely to get through this this episode, and I don't want to stretch it out too long because I need to wrap it up already. But there is one item that I like to craft to go along with my what am I doing here? Just trying to put stuff away. An item I'd like to craft to go along with my gravity chest plate. So that thing here. Let me just show this. Where did I put it? It's here. So this thing, if you're flying at the fast flying speed, oops, it goes through its charge real quick. So just flying normally, so 99, hasn't even gone to 98 yet, but anyway, so if I hold control here, 98, 97, 96, so I can't go all that far with this thing, because you can see it's burning through its charge real quick. But there's an item that goes along with it called the Ultimate Solar Helmet. It's added by the same mod, I believe, Gravisuite, and it is made with a quantum suit helmet, which, you know, is all this sort of stuff, and some superconductors, and an Ultimate's hybrid solar panel. So this thing, when you wear the helmet, recharges anything that you have on your back that takes EU, like the gravity chest plate, or, you know, a lap pack or whatever. So if we have the helmet on and the chest plate, it'll get recharged by the sun, assuming it's daytime, and I think a little bit at night too. And yeah, that'll let us fly farther for longer. Because yeah, right now, if I want to go on a long trip, like this is just flying like that just isn't practical. So let's see what it takes to build one of these things. So this is the real kicker here. Like, we know how to make all this other stuff. That's not a big deal. Like, none of this is a huge deal to craft. But this is crazy. So we haven't done any solar panels, but this is the top tier solar panel that takes quite a lot to craft. So to get here, there are two different routes to it. I will be doing this one because this is sort of the route you'd take if you were actually using solar panels for power and just upgrading to them, because, you know, 8 hybrid solar panels together basically compacts into this one block that generates just as much and stores just as much power. But this is the alternate route that costs about the same. You just don't have to build 8 of these first, which is kind of a pain. So That's easy. We know how to do that. That's just, yeah, that's how I make diamonds. We know how to do that. This is not too bad. Okay, so a solar panel. Generator, electronic circuits, coal dust, glass. Okay. Advanced solar panel takes that and irradiant glass, which is, that's sort of like uranium is used for two things. It's nuclear power, or I just suddenly got a funny feeling I hadn't turned off my nuclear reactor. So it's used for nuclear power in a reactor. Okay, that's definitely off. And also for building advanced solar panels. So I think that's the only thing irradiant glass is used for. Let's see, where were we? So yeah, irradiant uranium is just glowstone around you. Refined uranium, which is what we also put in cells. Reinforced glass, we know how to make that. And advanced alloys. Okay, we know how to make all that. Now, the reason this is expensive is because of these guys. So the enriched samarium alloy requires 4 of these and 1 of these. Okay, so samarium alloy is, yeah, okay, UU matter and glowstone. Iridium plates, we know how to make those. Then enriched samarium is quite a lot of uranium. And yeah, more samarium. So we need 2 of those to build 1 of these. So that's not too bad. In the interest of time, I'm going to craft that off camera because I just showed all the recipes, and we'll come back with it and take a look at it, assuming I have the materials to craft it. I think I do. But yeah, we'll be back here. We'll be back once we have the... Yeah, once we have these components, then we'll actually craft this on camera. So, back in a moment. Nanosuit helmet. Quantum suit helmet. Superconductors. Solar panel. Irradiant glass panes, and... Oh, how is it again? Like this. Advanced solar panel. Uh-oh. Something's gone wrong here. Why can't I craft coal balls? This is the right recipe, right? Oh, what? Oh, no! How did this... Never mind. Somehow I got some charcoal in there. Okay, so I gotta macerate some actual coal. Oh, I see how it happened. Whoops! Alright, one moment. Man, here goes a lot of uranium. This stuff's pretty rare, but I have enough, but... Probably not going to be able to tile all of those, what do you call them? Quad uranium cells in my nuclear reactor like I wanted to, but, well, guess I just got to go mining for some more. Alright, here's our samarium alloys, and enriched samarium alloys. Ooh, those are expensive. Okay, so all we need now is the coal chunks. We're getting close on those. Just need some obsidian here. Gonna start doing this on camera because we're getting close to the end. What have I done? Oh, wow. I don't know why I expected that to work, but anyway. Ah, yeah, there's our coal chunks. Okay. So I think this is going to let us craft our ultimate hybrid solar panel now. Oh, yeah, here's the ultimate hybrid solar panel. So, yeah, no, I was thinking I could set it down and show you what it does, but anyway, it generates 512 EU per tick. But let's see if we have all this together correctly, and ultimate solar helmet, cool, okay. So let's put this on. It looks ridiculous. Okay, I look really weird with this thing on, but okay, that's fine. Now we'll get our grab a chest plate out, and... so 92%, so we should see it going up now that I'm in the sun. That's not going up. What's happening? Why are you... Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, just took it a moment. Okay. So that's charging at a reasonable rate. It's definitely charging slower than I will be using it if I go flying. But it is charging it, so let's get up here. So 94%. Let's see if I just have my gravitation engine on, it is okay. It goes up slightly, but if I want to fly fast, it's going to go down still. All right, but that at least lets us recharge it, so I can slow down on flying a little bit and let it recharge. Cool. Okay. So with that helmet, we can keep our thing charged even on long trips. So nice. So that's another very advanced bit of gear we have. Why did I leave that on? So Very cool. This thing's a little buggy. I think it takes it a moment. Yeah, it takes it a moment to realize it's indoors. So, all right. So, and we have a helmet now to complete our outfit. I guess we could make the quantum suit boots if we really wanted to. I think I prefer these. Although these do some cool stuff. Yeah, we'll make those next time, maybe. That'll be fun. Can play with them a little bit. But anyway, I guess I'll wrap this up here. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I will see you next time. Wait a minute. We forgot to do something. Haha. I am seriously scatterbrained today. Guess I'm getting old. Yeah, I had a birthday the other day. I am now 29, so probably a little older than the average Minecrafter. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Huh. This entire thing has been overtaken by weeds. And interestingly, the ones that I sprayed Weed X on have gotten it quite a bit worse than the others. Wow, okay, so that has not gone well. Let's just pick these while they're still alive. Huh. Yeah, so maybe you have to use Weed X a little bit more often on those things. Kind of wish I'd checked that more times during the episode, but okay, so weeds are definitely a problem. Let's, yep, we'll figure out what to do with that in next episode. But yeah, haha. Interestingly, grass has grown here too. Anyway, gonna end the episode for real here. So see you guys later.